Yo, what's going on, guys? It's the Unknown here, bro. We're back on the channel, bro. We're back on the main videos here. Hope guys keeping y'all blessed today and stuff. Hope y'all, having a good day. Hope everything's going well with y'all, your family, school, life, whatever the fuck. And yeah, so today's video, I already announced it on my community tab. We're gonna be basically power scaling Goku. I have other scaling videos to do, but I thought since I'm investing myself into a lot more verses, I should distance myself a little bit from FNAF. I'm not gonna entirely do that. I still got some scales and stuff to show y'all about FNAF and all that crap. Especially since there's like a lot of new games coming out and stuff. I mean, and Return to the Pit came out, which gave us some interesting statements about the ball pit and stuff. So I still got some stuff for FNAF, in the tank to talk about and shit. But I thought, let me make my channel a little bit more diverse and make it more like versatile, I guess you can call it that. So why not start power scaling, but then learning technically the grandfather of anime, I guess, that of Goku. I am new to the series. I did spend most of my school break learning Dragon Ball and afternoons, learning Dragon Ball, watching the anime. I'm like halfway into the manga. I think I'm like around only like chapter 43 of the manga. I got a little bit lazy because I didn't like how slow paced it is. Like, I'm not really a fan of like filler. So like when I invested myself into watching the Dragon Ball franchise, I completely skipped OG and just watched a recap of it and was only watching the important episodes of Z and Super. And I also watched the Super movies as well, which they're really, really fun to watch. I didn't really like the art style, the animation, the way they were doing superheroes, but it was whatever the fuck. But anyways, so yeah, so today's video is gonna basically be power scaling Goku. Y'all already know my differences, or not differences. Y'all already know the way we're gonna basically do this real quick. We're gonna obviously go off their feats, their AP. We're then gonna go off their speed. We're then gonna also go off of the hacks as well. I might do IQ in the future. I'm not really sure. I mean, like, I don't care that much for intelligence in the battle unless unless like a person really wants me to answer it in the comment section and stuff. But if y'all want me to go over intelligence in videos, then suggest that in the comment below. But yeah, so I'm basically gonna be going over Goku stuff. So starting off with his attack potency, yeah, I think I'm not really gonna go over Dragon Ball Z because I don't give a shit, and there's not really much to go over in there. Dragon Ball Z is mostly just like star level to planetary to star level stuff. Just blowing up planets and stars. But for obviously Super, y'all already know that the infamous feat. Goku and Beerus basically their clashes is literally sending shockwaves throughout that of the entire universe. Even the Kai realm basically states like how if this fight continues further, literally the entire universe will even destroy the Kai realms. Just simply everything, and there will be only nothing left in the void. Basically, so Goku and Beerus, their shots, them basically boxing and shit was enough. That is basically gonna threaten the entire cosmology. Now, this is the part where people then have these controversies of where Goku scales, and because it just really depends on this feat because it depends on how you view the Dragon Ball cosmology. So I'm gonna give my 2 cents on it. All right, so basically my own stuff, and once again, credits to my boy Handle on Discord for providing me with the stuff. Because I couldn't all the way search all this stuff up, because once again, I am still new to the series. Basically, the living world, it stays to be infinite in size, and the galaxy scan just simply adds on that it basically is a physical type of cosmology. And we basically also have the room of time where all collective events of like the past, present, and future are also stored. Along with that, we just generally have space and time statements. And the other world, which is basically the world that is simply like where the Kai realm and further on the King Kai realm, is basically stated to transcend every dimensional extent that the living world has to offer, which we already have. The spatial dimensions. Obviously of three-dimensional space plus the one temporal of time, and we also have a statement of how our cosmology, at least in the Dragon Ball universe, is basically infinite in size. So they basically be transcending an infinite 4D type of structure. So basically, to conclude, the living world is basically infinite 3D to 4D, and the afterlife basically would just essentially be 5D. Goku basically affecting a 5D structure would basically make him 5D. That's kind of my 2 cents on where I think Goku scales. I think he's just 5D personally. I think he just could range a little bit higher than that, but if I was to just simply do the best possible scenario to just simply satisfy like both sides of the fence, because once again, there's just so many people that argue about Goku's scaling that it's kind of made Dragon Ball scaling a little bit convoluted, and I actually think it genuinely is convoluted as hell, because it's not like sites like One Punch Man or fucking murder drones where people have like this basis scale for this character. No, Dragon Ball's just all over the fucking place. But yeah. For the other arguments that I'll basically go over, and this is obviously just gonna be the outer ones, because once again, I am not going to fucking do all that other stuff. So, for the outer arguments, the Daizenshuu realm is basically approved by Akira Toriyama, as he implies that it's aware of the series more than himself, which could be outright me that is going to hold some credibility. The Daizenshuu just refers to a collection of guidebooks about the Dragon Ball series. The afterlife is basically stated to have no concept of time in the Daizenshuu, and this is consistent as the afterlife is stated to be non-corporeal within the series. The other 2 scans just further add on to the credence of this assertion in an inference stating how the other world is basically a metaphysical higher plane of existence, which metaphysics you could basically argue has something to deal with that of like space and time. Space and time are basically entwined, as time is the progression of events and space is the events that take place. The absence of time would basically allow the progression of these events and vice versa. The afterlife, lacking any form of temporality, goes to show the absence of space, as aforementioned space and time are basically linked together inadvertently. Prove that the afterlife furthermore lacks dimensionality in general, as dimensionality is expressed through space and time measurements. The afterlife is basically stated within the Daizenshuu to be a supernatural run that transcends the living world, which is obviously going to be in reference to that of beyond dimensionality itself. And we'll just basically use deductive reasoning. And here's the deductive reasoning. So we can basically you can use this argument, just say that Goku is basically like beyond dimensionality. And I'm not going to go over that because, there's multiple other ways to, get Goku to outer and stuff. So, yeah, but if you want my senses, I think Goku's just simply like 5D to like 7, 9D, personally. Because, I think that's just simply narratively the most, consistent route you'll ever get Goku. But, there will always be 1,000 high-end stuff, unless Akira Toriyama, well, not Akira Toriyama, yeah, his son, ever came out and said something different, which I doubt he will, because we haven't heard nothing for Dragon Ball in, like, a long-ass time, but it's whatever. Anyways, so that's gonna be it for Goku. The conclusion for his attack potency, at least if I remember to do this while editing, is basically gonna be on screen. And yeah, so let's get on to Goku's speed. So for Goku's speed, he basically like reacts to like lasers that Frieza, throws at him and shit. That's pretty it. You can just argue FTL stuff. I mean, it's not really gonna be that important anyways. But for major stuff, Goku's basically able to perceive and react to his attacks, which allows him to manipulate time and even go through that of time when basically processing it to his opponents. This would basically just be moving and being able to perceive faster than time basically itself. So Goku would have like immeasurable speed. And then here's basically 2 clips about that explains how his power works.
Dear, what if he's actually time skipping?
What does that mean?
Yes, that is it. Huh?
I'm with Bulma. What is that?
Granted, I've only heard rumors of the ability to manipulate time, but apparently there are few beings out in the various universes who can perform this skip. And I'm not talking about much time, mind you. Only around a tenth of a second.
I don't understand anything what you're saying at all.
What he's...
How am I gonna fight him if he's being booked for some sort of time crime?
Ah! You are all so worthless!
Hit is even more impressive than his reputation. And I didn't expect this tournament to feature someone else who was able to manipulate time.
Along with that, in the Tournament of Power, Goku basically also defeats Jiren, who has stated that he basically has the ability to transcend time itself. And this is once again not necessarily on the hacks level, but on the physical level itself. So Goku would just simply consistently be a measurable speed. And once again, so this is just simply multiple instances. As we already know, Goku is kind of just at this point throughout the series. He basically just learns how to completely nullify that of Hit's attacks, even when Hit basically upgrades it in that one encounter. So yeah, we can basically just simply say that Goku deductively will basically be immeasurable speed. And if you want to use outer versal Goku, then he would just simply have irrelevant speed, since he basically just be above the concept since he basically just, be above concepts and dimensionality. So I think that's really it. I mean, you can also just simply use the fact that him and Vegeta always going relative, which, I mean, yeah, that's kind of just it. And then also Goku's able to, go relative with Jiren with that in the manga, but, Jiren defeats him in the manga, which, I mean, I'm gonna be for real on a note, outside this off topic. I don't like how different the manga is than the anime. I think it's really dumb that they didn't wait on Akira Toriyama with the anime, but it's whatever, with the manga, but yeah. I think it's going to be it for his speed. Not really much for speed. I mean, that's pretty self-evident. I think being 5D and stuff, you're simply above space and time anyways. So you should just be in, deductively measurable speed anyways. So, yeah, let's get in with his hacks. So, basically, Goku is shown that he can basically use Hakai, or at least a minor form of it. Hakai is basically displayed as a technique that essentially negates the opponent's existence. So, you can basically just simply say that Goku would have, existence erasure. Along with that, Goku basically is shown in Dragon Ball Z that he can fly, and is consistent within the other, ways as well, the other media as well. He also have paralysis inducement. He managed to basically get out of Frieza's imprisonment ball at the last moment, a technique that paralyzes opponents in a special key. So you have resistances to paralysis manipulation and stuff like that. He also would have lava immunity plus heat resistance via this. He also would have resistance to gravity manip via him being able to adapt and be able to change how he moves and stuff when he's in King Kai's realm. He also would have energy manipulation, absorption, and explosion manip with the spirit bomb. I'll just put the scans up there. And he should also have just statistics amplification and transformation via the Kaioken.
Oh, it's the Kaioken attack. It's like a massive upsurge of energy. Everything is heightened. Power, speed, even hearing and vision improve dramatically. You sort of become a super self, but it can only be sustained for a short time, so you have to get the job done quickly.
When he basically first uses it to fight Vegeta in their first encounter. He should also have Suido teleportation via instant transmission, and he should also have erasure with the spirit bomb.
After Satan's plea, and as more energy flowed in from across the universe, this mighty spirit bomb proved too powerful for even the destructive alien magic of Majin.
Goku would also basically have dimensional travel, sound manipulation, space-time manip, and portal creation. At the level of his power, he can basically create dimensional rifts and even destroy space and time and pocket dimensions with his energy. And I'll just put the scans up there right quick. These are basically using off of Boo in the manga. Goku would also basically have a causality type of 4. Super Saiyan God is basically stated to be an actual god. Beings of level of a god work with a different logic of a causality. Despite Dragon Ball's cosmology solving time paradoxes by branching timeline into a new one and into a conduit, any changes in the past while still keeping the future, unchanged. And then basically here's another skin of Goku's like reaction evolution. Goku would also just simply have instinctive action, or just simply a type of custom hacks that you can basically just look on the wiki, with Ultra Instinct, which could basically just simply make moves based off his subconscious mind and not thinking. So yeah, basically what I call this move is fuck you to Unlimited Void. And then basically Goku, you can also just use the skin if you want to. He would have like subjective reality. Genki Dama is made from the hopes of everyone. So yeah, solos. It's just a little joke thing that I basically made there. And yeah, I think this is gonna be it for the video. Kind of a fast-paced video, but that's because I got things to do and other scales and stuff to make, but mostly IRL things to do. I just need this video out because I need some content to, supply y'all with, because, I haven't been uploading for a while, and I realized my uploads are actually, like, hella inconsistent, so I need to actually, work on how I'm going to do something like that. But, yeah, without that, this has been, Unknown, Scaling Goku. May God bless y'all, keep y'all, stay safe in the world, do good in the world, peace.